Hello everyone. This evening I want to talk about the land down south, the land of the Scorpion, the land of the Pharaoh, or the land of desire, or the land of the Herod or Herod. I want to talk about the land our hero Hercules descends to. Each and every year descends into the bosom of Delilah. I want to talk to you about, if we take it to u-HLaNGa in the Kemetic version, we're talking about auSeT, or auSi. We're talking about the Scorpion. We're talking about the Scorpion, or we're talking about the sexual organ area. In the Lord's Prayer now, to line it up to the Lord's Prayer, this would be the lead us not into temptation. In the Vedic systems, it is in the chakra systems, it is the root chakra. If you take it to astronomy or astrology, astrology rather, even astronomy as well, we know the star cluster of Scorpio. Somewhere in Scorpio is our galactic center. So our galactic center correlates to here. That is where we come from. I actually say even now in the star cluster, stars are still being born even now, and that is like the center of our system here. I want us to talk. Oh yes, in the Hebrew Sephirot, it's called the Yesod. GeNTiLe, we would be talking about the energy um-NDaWu, or the NDaWu, Tao, or the Tao. If you take it to Asia in the schools of Buddhism, I believe we're talking about the vibration that governs our instincts, our survival mode. That energy to go out there and experience that raw energy. Come on now, you know what I'm talking about. That's where it comes from. That animalistic, unbound lust for life. That is where it comes from. And now the glands in that area, the glands working with that sphere of energy would be, yes, the obvious ones being the sexual organs, of course. Included would be our testes, the ovaries in women, the production of the sexual organs as we are growing, bladder, control of sexual hormones, and our endocrine glands as well. I'm sure you know this iconography from Christianity, what they call the Vesica Pisces, or the imomozi, the vagina. Well, it comes from the principle, the constellation Scorpio, being our galactic center. That is where it actually comes from. The root chakra is ruled or the planet Mars. The Scorpio, yes, Scorpio is ruled by Mars, red Mars, and so it has that red color, of which you would see a lot of it if you go to African spirituality, isi-NTu, for example. You'd see amabai, the red bai, the adornment that we do, this ochre, this reddish. There's always this obsession with that deep red, that Adam color, that earth color. Yes, we're speaking to that root element. In the Christian sects, you'd find, I think I think it's the Lutherans. Yes, the Salvation Army as well, and the Wesleys. I'm a Wesley. They also rock the red a lot. They also rock it a lot. On a different angle, the root chakra is said to be the hiding place of Mother Kali. Kali being the destroyer, um-Khalisi. Remember Game of Thrones, the Khaleesi, um-Khalisi. U-Khala in Zulu is to cry. Ukukhalipha, to be sharp-witted, to be sharp-minded. Ukukhalipha, or Khalifa, or Caliphate, a ruler in the Middle East. That's Arabic, I think. Caliphate. This is where that energy, or that chaotic being, they say that is where she hides. They also say that is where Ganesh, also, that strength that in the mystery schools, or in esoteric Christianity, the teaching. Have you ever wondered why they say they frown so much on sex, or carelessly releasing the rivers of the Garden of Eden? The Garden of Eden again being the temple of Israel, umzimba. The belief was that the fluids that crystallize in our reproductive organs actually have its origins in the planes of non-materiality. The understanding was that the life-giving mana that flows into the temple on a 30-day cycle, its manifested form, that it comes and goes all the way down the body until it rests down there, or the cave. The pubic bone is also called the heel of Venus, the heel of Venus. That is why the prophets are always said to be coming out of a cave. The prophet was said to have received instructions from in a cave. That symbology of that Scorpio being, the dark place from where our galactic system emerged. And so they believe that as this as this dew from heaven, the manna, it comes into our bodies and gets differentiated as it's going through the different layers of materiality, coming down Jacob's ladder until it crystallizes. I don't know if crystallizing is actually the right word. And so, in essence, those fluids that are crystallized down there actually have the original code or the original script of life. That orgasm, that ecstasy, that feeling. Some would even dare and say the orgasm, or that state. That is, if God were to have a locus of emotion, it would be that state. They say the orgasm is uNkulunkulu. And so in the esoteric schools, they believe that the fluids thereof, they should be saved. They should be saved so that they can be returned back to heaven, or tithed, the 10% tithe, or tithed back to heaven. They should not just be spilled carelessly everywhere and anywhere. As with the story of, Judah, or Judah's son, who is slain by God because he spilled the seed to the side. This is why now, on the one side you have Samson going down there to defile himself, but again, it's in the same breath, that is the place of revitalization, or the place of rebirth, if the waters are not wasted. The symbol for, in the Hebraic cultures, the symbol for Scorpio is the eagle. And like I said earlier, that this is also the journey of Moses from Egypt to Nebo. The Bible says when he got to Nebo, God said, in the flesh you are not going to enter Canaan. And Moses asked, can give me the eyes to see it. And God gives him the what? The eyes of an eagle. The eyes of an eagle. The passions of the lower world, or the passions of the lower self, have been transmutated into a state of beatitude, or a state of awakening. It is from now this root chakra. It is from the root. That is where the journey to Canaan, or Nebo. Nebo meaning gnosis. That's that state of gnosis, or to the awakening. That final state, window. It starts here. from the land down south. This is also the journey of Moses from Egypt to the promised land. But he doesn't get to the promised land. He gets to Nebo. Nebo representing the place now where the pingala and the ida nerve, where they intersect. The crossing or the christening that affects the awakened state of a man. That is where Moses is buried. That is where Moses is resurrected and taken to where? And taken to heaven. It is at they say it's the base of the skull, or Golgotha. That is where the crucifixion happens. Beginning here, and then at the base of the skull, at the cerebellum. That is where now the journey ends. That's where the journey ends. That is where now ikhaya labangcwele is. That is where, for example, in the Adventist interpretation, they say, Sister White, peace and love unto the ancestor. She says, in heaven we'll be standing in a square. And it's the square representing something, of course. And then Jesus will be standing in the middle, shoulder taller than everyone else. Now here's the interesting thing. She says, it doesn't matter where you will be standing. It doesn't matter where you will be standing in that multitude, but it will feel like you are standing next to Jesus. It doesn't matter. You could be standing 1,000 feet or 100 kilometers, but it will still feel like you're standing next to him. Because why? That is the Christ consciousness, or the awakened state. That realization that I am that I am one with the Christ. And the cube, of course, representing Saturn, the cube of Saturn. Like they have in the Middle East, the Makeba. That's that cube. It's actually a meteorite. So, yeah, each and every year, people, thousands and thousands of people, they go march around a meteorite. Yeah. And so yes, that would be that journey as well, beginning in the land of the Scorpion. Okay, and that's a rough summary of what the root chakra is. Oh, I've almost forgotten the chant. Ooh, how can I forget the chant now to get that energy portal in to get it to in. There's this thing people say that your chakra is blocked or it's not working. That's not necessarily true. If it's not working, then you can't be alive. If it's not working, so it is working, and then through these chants or these or the hymns or singing in those specific tones, I would rather say it aligns it instead of saying it gets it working or it opens it up. Because if it's closed, then you can't be alive. If one of those energy vortexes is closed. So can you hear it? And like I said before, guys, you can either keep with this one sound or this one chant, or you can use a Gregorian chant, or you can use a hymnal, or you can use the Kemetic system, where there's certain words, that the words, the 50 words of power, the hekau. There's a lot of ways to do this. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Or it can be the drums, like I said. The drums, that's the African spirituality way of approaching these vortex, these energy vortexes. So yes, I'd like to do another video covering as to what happens when now that area is not working correctly, and what foods, specifically foods, which color foods can we take to actually bring that area of our body into at-one-ment or atonement. The Bible says atonement comes through the blood, or it is through blood that we get atonement, or something like that. I can't remember the phrasing exactly in the Old Testament. It is because at-one-ment comes through blood, or comes from blood, by making sure that our blood is whole, or our blood is holy. Making sure it's whole, how? By watching or calculating what we intake and how we intake it. So I'm hoping the next video I'll be covering that. And yeah, that's it. And thanks for listening, guys. Please don't forget to like our page. We're on YouTube, u-HLaNGa, capital N, G, and a small letter A.